Hello Trap, welcome back to the channel. So let's check in and let's see what is waiting around the corner. What are you being prepared for? As usual, pile number 1 is on your left, pile 3 is on your right. Choose using your intuition, and I'm going to see in timestamps. Hey pile 1 people, let's see what is waiting around the corner. What are you being prepared for? You have a young woman as well as the Sacred Heart. Feminine energy is all over this reading. Let's pull more cards and let's see what we have here. I think I'm going to be using the Super Lunaris deck. Actually, no, I'll be using the Triple Goddess Tarot. Let's switch to that one. Let's see, what are you being prepared for? The first card that flipped is the Queen of Cups. Now, this involves either your own feminine energy or a female in your life. We're going to check exactly what this is. What are you being prepared for? I have stopped using the mic because, as per last videos, some people have told me that they cannot hear me sometimes. It would cut off, so I'll get a new mic and I'll start using it again. So I'll volume up the audio for this portion of the reading. You have the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Queen of Wands. You have the Five of Swords. Interesting. Okay, let's clarify that and let's start talking. Three of Pentacles. Now, what we see here, what you're being prepared for, is a period of time where your heart literally wants to sing. This is connected to your achievements, though. You're feeling very happy with what you are about to achieve. This involves either a particular sum of money or a path in life that you have chosen. Since it connects to your heart to this level, as I'm seeing it on the table, this is something that was really important to you for a long time. Some sort of achievement is coming to light. It's coming to fruition. It has taken maybe a while for you to get there. Maybe you had to put in a lot of work, consistency, watch your discipline in order to get to the place where you wanted to be. But the rewards are coming. They are coming, though, with a dash of jealousy. I'm not gonna lie here. You're being seen. Maybe you're going to think of something that involves your presence on social media. Maybe you have already involved yourself in that. Overall, you're very visible for a lot of people, and that drives attention your way. Don't be surprised if you started getting random compliments from people, or if you started getting a lot of messages in your DMs, or any attention that strokes your ego. And I think this is highly connected to your status in life. There's something here that you are achieving. Finally, I'm hearing, finally, I got exactly what I wanted. It has taken me a long time. I waited for it for a long time. I knew I was going to accomplish that and have it in my material realm, and here it is. But it does come with a downside here, and we all know that if we get a lot of attention online, or if you released a course and you're teaching people something, there's always going to be someone who has something bad to say. So it's just part of attention, really, and being visible online, or being visible in your circle. This could be a work situation very easily here, but if this is a work situation, that's something that you dearly love doing. This is not a job that you're not invested in emotionally. This is part of your path, part of the mission in this lifetime. And the jealousy that we're seeing here, you're going to notice it very clearly, where it's going to be coming from. It is going to be coming from either a person or people who either worked with you before, studied with you before, you went to the same school with them, or you're still working with them closely. How to recognize who this is? This person will be easily triggered by you, but mostly easily triggered by your success. They may say something that is going to be out of a line, or they may say something that is a little bit like, why did you say that? What is the example I should give you? Say, instead of congratulating you, they're going to be questioning you. They're going to be asking you questions. Hey, that is surprising. They may call it an overnight success, even if you know that you have been investing a lot of time in what you wanted to achieve. Instead of being happy for you, they're going to say something along the lines of be careful, not to trip, or overall it's just not going to be a very genuine happiness. They're going to be asking a lot of questions instead of just being happy for you. Now, for a couple of people, I want to say this can involve a relationship in your life. This pile is like 70-30. 70% what you're being prepared for is about success in your path, success in your career, visibility, being accomplished and being respected by people. But the other part, 30% of you, this is connected to a relationship. A very actually happy relationship. You take it one step at a time. You're both very tapped into your emotions. There is this strong emotional connection between two people, emotional vulnerability as well as intimacy. And there may be a person who is in partnership as well, but their partnership is not as good of a partnership in their eyes as yours is, and they may want to cause some sort of conflict or throw some sort of drama into your life. It's going to be very subtle though. I think you're going to notice that not straight away, but after a couple of times it has happened, or after they have said something. And I think what you're going to choose to do is either to keep some things at a down low, not to talk too much about what you're trying to achieve, or not to talk too much about what is happening in your life to that particular person. You're kind of distancing yourself from them. And the more you pull away, the more this person is curious, or maybe a couple of people curious about how you're doing. And they may want to ask even more questions. You're going to notice that, okay? But overall, this is a joyful period of time, what you're being prepared for. You are receiving rewards. Rewards that had to come at a time when it had to come. It feels like you couldn't have pushed it, you know. It's gonna arrive exactly at a time when you are ready. Would it be a relationship? Would it be an accomplishment in your career or financial area? What else do you need to know about this? Recognition, overall recognition, being seen. You're feeling happy that you're being seen. Even slightly what's going to change, even the way you look is going to change. You may want to buy yourself new clothes. You may want to buy, if you're a woman watching this, take care of your skin more, maybe change something about your makeup routine or the way you dress. You may want to sign up for a massage or a spa. What you're holding within, this beautiful energy, this heartfelt energy and this happiness is going to show on your external. And with that comes even more attention. But just be discerning who you spend your time with, especially if you don't have good boundaries with people, or if people tend to step over you as a lesson in this lifetime. That's something to be aware of. Let's clarify the Three of Swords here. Why is the Three of Swords here? Oh, interesting. I never saw Three of Swords in that way. Yeah. and the Death card together. Now, this isn't a heartbreak, if you would want to read it literally. What I'm seeing here, what's changing in your life in the future, is the way you lived your life in general. What you thought was bringing you happiness versus what's bringing you actual happiness in the future. Those people who are very strategic and maybe even rigid to the point where they were kind of blocking their own happiness because they didn't come out to play enough, or they didn't loosening up. You're going to change your perspective slightly on life. I don't always have to be so rigid, or I don't always have to be so stiff, or so or control every outcome to the point where everything is so pre-strategized, because it's kind of working against me. Same would go for people who involve themselves with someone who is very controlling. You will want to change the flow of your life. You will want to distance yourself from this person. You will want to play more. You will want to focus on things that matter. And those things that matter to you are the people who you love. I'm seeing people focusing on their children or creating, building families. Really focusing on being in a present moment much more, instead of grasping on the outcomes. If I don't have that, or if I don't have a certain amount of money by that time, I'm going to be unhappy. That's a limitation you place upon your happiness. And that perspective is changing in the future. Your success is highly connected to who walks with you. And you probably have noticed that already. Who walks into your life, or who walked into your life, and how that changed you in some way. The support system is the most important thing here. You have a lot of wisdom and you are very intellectual. But I feel like sometimes you allowed people to walk over you, or you allowed people to walk with you even if you knew that they don't deserve to walk with you. They kept bringing you down in some way. Now, I'm not pointing fingers at those people, because we allow ourselves for this to happen. So nothing happens without our permission, right? This is 50-50. But overall, you are deciding to spend a bit more time with your loved ones. You're focusing on what matters to you. Even if your accomplishment here, what you're being prepared for, is connected to your finances, and you becoming much more successful financially, you're not looking at money with the same eyes as you used to look at money. Perspective, a shift of perspective. See, you're very in tune with your heart, and you're asking your heart, how can I use that money? Does anyone in my circle need some sort of help? Can I use those resources? And these are the people who were there for you when you needed them. So it's not that you are deciding to spend money on someone who, say, didn't deserve your time, or someone who wasn't there for you when you needed them. You're very selective in that way. You're very selective who you talk to, what you say to them, and how much time or how many resources you spend on them. And the more you focus on love here overall, love for work, love for one particular person or couple of people in your surroundings, the more success comes into your life. So just note that. Notice how it happens. Naturally, with this success, people who were not genuine, they were there for some sort of reason, something that you can give them, or they were just curious about your life. They would call you up just to find out how you're doing. They didn't genuinely care. Those people will naturally fall away from your life in this next chapter. And at first it may not be very enjoyable, but you're going to be very thankful in the long run, because you're going to notice how some of those connections were even influencing your abundance in your life. And how by keeping them, you are keeping chaos. See, Five of Wands is a competitive card. It can be either fun competition, or it can turn into a bitter one. right? And in this case, it feels like that competition wasn't fun. It wasn't like, say take volleyball. You're competing with another team. It is fun. It's bringing people joy. Yes, you have to win. You have to take care of your team members. It's teamwork. It's teamwork. It is enjoyable. It's a game. But it feels like here in Five of Wands, someone is competing just to get their point across. There is a lot of anger in this card. There is a lot of chaos in this card. It is not a structured competition in any way. It is chaotic competition. So that's what kind of messages I have for you, pile number 1. I hope this made sense. I hope this clarified what you already maybe thought of or what is happening in your life already. And if you need more content, as usual, find me on Patreon, and have a beautiful week. Bye for now. Hey Tripile 2, let's see. What are you being prepared for? You have a long way, as well as the King of Pentacles, which is called the Father of Roses in this deck. Let's pull more cards and let's see what we have here. I'm going to be using the Super Lunaris deck. You have the Two of Cups. This is going to be talking about a relationship. You have another 2. Maybe you're seeing 2s repeatedly. If that's the case, this is definitely your message. The Tower, the 6 of Pentacles. And let's see, I feel like I want one more. The Wheel of Fortune. Great stuff. Let's clarify the Tower here. Page of Pentacles. Okay. Onyx. Oof, and 9 of Pentacles. I like this pile. I like pile number 1. I like this pile. Collectively, this is great. It's easy, right, to read cards when it's good. Look, what you're being prepared for is straightforwardly financial gain. Now, it's going to come out of the blue. We have a Tower card here. It's going to be unexpected. It's going to be, it's going to throw you off. But I want to say that's something that you're not supposed to be seeing right now. Especially if you've been struggling lately, or if you are worried about your finances, or if you are worried about taking this journey. Now, it could be a journey, having your own business, creating something, could be a journey. Maybe you're taking a trip for work. Maybe you are moving to a different country, different town for work. Depends what kind of work you do here. What you need to know, though, is that the wheel is turning, and the wheel is turning for the better. What was, no more. If you felt like you were blocked somehow financially for some time and you couldn't understand why, what do I need to do? You were doing self-reflection, you were strategizing. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. What can I do differently? Your cards are saying you were being prepared for a surprise. And this surprise is going to not only shock you, I feel like, but shock someone else around you. You're going to tell someone about either a sum of money that you are receiving, a bonus, or a great week at work that's bringing you quite a lot of material resources. You're being prepared for a stable period of time that doesn't seem to be ending here. Be open to receiving. It could, the messages, the signs before this happens will come through as someone wanting to give you a gift. Out of nowhere, no occasion. Someone wanting to cook really beautiful, very... I'm saying beautiful because I'm looking at the presentation in my mind. Plate of food. Wanting to do little things that stroke your heart, that make you feel good. For a couple of people, what you have been looking at is your relationship with your dad and how your relationship with your dad affects your finances. Because that's proper masculine energy. Masculine achieves, masculine goes out there and does what they need to do in order to bring in resources. And here, especially if you had issues with your dad, you may expect your relationship with the father becoming stronger. And it doesn't matter, even if they have passed away, you can always do the work remotely. Your mind, your subconscious is very powerful. You're able to access energies. You're able to feel people's presence. You're able to feel people's spirits, right? You can close your eyes and do the work that way, imagining your father right in front of you. If that's something that you've been thinking about, this is your confirmation. Green light, go ahead. Now, jumping into specifics. The lightning will strike you, metaphorically, with a great idea. Please write down all the ideas that will be coming through to you in the next 3 months. It may seem like something small at first. You're like, I don't know, should I write this down? It's not maybe a concrete idea. Your cards are saying it doesn't have to be a concrete, a finished idea or finished business plan or knowing everything, the next steps. What you need to focus on is the little things that make you feel curious. I'm curious how that business proposal would go. I'm curious if I could make money from this. I'm curious if I tried maybe setting up a class, how that would go for me now. Anything like that. This is a very business-oriented pile. And I think a lot of you, if you haven't thought about this just yet, you will one day have your own business or be self-employed, because this pile is very independent. Someone who wants to create heritage, build heritage for themselves, not depending on anyone else. And you are achieving that in the future. Expect the Wheel of Fortune bringing in quite a lot of, if not finances, then opportunities that bring in finances. Let's see what else. You have the Hangman, Page of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. Yeah, you're being prepared for a very fiery chapter of your life. What do I mean fiery? Creative chapter of your life. And it's very connected to ideas. Realization hits you about something that you're very turned on about. And this seems to be connected to your intellect here. So it's very connected to your ideas, your progress in life. You may want to, even if you work in an environment that is very logical, you may want to do something that is super creative. Explore. Your cards are saying explore. Don't brush away simple ideas. Don't brush away simple ideas. It doesn't have to be something very dramatic, very big. It starts slow, but it's very steady. What to watch out for? Is there anything that you need to watch out for on this journey? Don't sleep on your wishes and on your goals. Don't sleep on it. Act. Yeah, literally act. That's where your success lies. It's interesting, we had 6 of Wands in pile number 1 as well. Similar collective vibes here in this reading. Whatever you're trying to do here, in order to achieve your financial goals, your cards are saying make sure your heart is in it. You're not doing it just to achieve some sort of fame or just to achieve some sort of, I don't know, attention that doesn't mean anything to you because it's coming from people that you don't know. It's gonna be a very short-lasting success then. That's not how you want to approach this path. Make sense? Yeah. Do not try to please others. What you need to do is to please your own fire, meaning your desires. And if you're doing something and investing your time and energy in something that really drives you and motivates you and makes you want to get up in the morning, you're going to achieve exactly what you wished for. But I'm seeing if someone is going to do that only from... Ego is good, don't get me wrong. Ego is good, but from this perspective of only if I could have this amount of money, I could then show people my worth because I'm connecting my worth to the amount of money that's in my wallet. That is a backward approach, your cards are saying. That's not the way to go. What to focus on? What to focus on? Listen, there may be a trip. It could be a trip for pleasure or for work that is going to be important on this journey of your success. You never know who you might meet there. You never know what that environment may give you. You may be inspired by something or someone over there. Keep your eyes open for any journeys because those journeys will be very connected to your success. You may talk to someone, you may see a sign over there, you may come across something that sparks an idea in your head, and that's how the success starts for you. This journey to success, successful business in general, I want to say. Those who were struggling financially and you were dependent on someone else and you really wanted to find yourself as an individual, the next chapter is about that. Finding yourself as an individual, knowing who you are and not depending on anyone else. Anyone else to give something to you, anyone else to give you a permission, anyone else to, I don't know, sign a paper so that you can go on holiday. It could be also a situation where someone, say a female, was a stay-at-home mom and she's financially completely dependent on a man, and she can see that that relationship is really harmful for her, and maybe for her child if we're talking about difficult relationships, right? And she knows that she needs to find a way out of it, but first she needs to be independent enough to do so, financially independent. It feels like you are setting yourself free here. For others of you, you are setting yourself free from financial turmoil. So I hope that this made sense. If you need more content, find me at Patreon and have a beautiful week. Until the next one. Hey pile 3, let's see what we have for you. What are you being prepared for? You have the advisor and you have the Hanged Man, and it was reversed and I wanted to keep it reversed, so I'm gonna read it that way. First thing first, what's coming through here with these two is that you are able to fulfill some sort of contract. Now, this could be a marriage contract. If you needed advice, if you needed help from a professional, somehow regarding documents or formalities, there is no longer there's no stagnancy. Especially, say, if you signed a contract and you felt like that there was blockage somewhere. You I don't know, you bought a house and you really waited for an extra paperwork, or you waited for permission, I don't know, to change the roof or anything like that. There is no more blockage time-wise. If you are waiting for your visa to be stamped, you're getting good news. Any formalities, really. If there was something dragging connected to your marriage, say you have a set date and something is not happening, or you cannot find maybe an event planner that would fulfill your aesthetic desires, or you would connect to, and you feel like you are competing with time, you are getting a green light. You are finding exactly what you needed. Any permissions, any marriages, any contracts, green light, pile number 3. I'm seeing someone signing a particular contract and fulfilling a contract, and that contract being quite beneficial for them. Let's pull more cards. Let's see what we have. What are you being prepared for? This could be a new contract that you're signing that you're not aware of, since we're tapping into the future. I'm going to be using the Steampunk Tarot. You have the High Priestess. You have the Ace of Pentacles. An opportunity for a new contract is coming through here. But first, you're ending an old one. Okay. It may not be fun to end the old contract. It could be, say, marriage with a person. Or it could be a contract at work that you had. Or selling a house, right? It does seem like there is a bit of an overlap here in some way. Intuitively, you're going to be told that you really need to let go of this old contract. It's expired already, metaphorically speaking. Because there is something better waiting for you in the future. Listen to your gut. Your gut is going to be talking to you. Listen to your inner GPS. Okay, cool. I like that for you. Why is the Death card here? The Hanged Man twice. Yeah, no more waiting. No more waiting. What you're being prepared for is progress. Fast progress in life. See, some of you may think that your happiness was postponed because you couldn't get that thing that you wanted. I'm just gonna call it a new contract. Would it be a relationship, a job situation? Doesn't matter, right? At some point in your life, you felt like you are in limbo. The same thing is happening. The same thing is happening. I cannot push through. What you're being prepared for is a change of events. But it feels like a life-changing event is happening where when you're going to look back, you're going to be like, damn, I lived a completely different life, or I was a completely different person. Now I want to dance, I want to sing. I don't feel like I am dragging no more. I don't feel like there is this massive mountain that separates me from what I want. Now I finally know what it's like to be playful, to be happy, to be connected to oneself. Okay, let's pull more cards. It's a very straightforward pile 3. I think I'm not going to spend as much time as I did with pile 1 and 2 here with you. I'm hearing also someone saying, now everything makes sense, why that old thing didn't work out. Now it just all makes sense. Yeah, there's something that you've been waiting for a while. You've been wishing for it. Yeah, what did I say? Wishing for it. The Star card is here. These are your wishes and dreams. I'm also hearing there is so much to look forward to now. You're very optimistic. You're also going to be planning a trip. You have we started with the Queen of Cups, we're ending with the King of Cups. This could be a partnership, a contract of a partnership. Yes, the deck, we have the Two of Cups. This could be a romantic partnership. This could be a platonic or business. Doesn't really matter. Partnership is partnership. But you felt in the past that this partnership maybe was somehow blocked from you. But the thing is, what had to happen, that one of you had to release something from your life that acted like a baggage. And you two couldn't maybe meet or couldn't do something, create something together until that thing was let go of. And for a lot of you, I'm not going to mention exactly what it is, because if this is your pile, you know exactly what it is or what it was. What you need to know about, though, it may not be rainbows and unicorns. This ride with this person may not be easy, but it feels like it's going to be worth it. There may be an issue that you, one of you have, or you have together, that's somehow connected to taking action. Maybe someone, let me clarify actually. Maybe someone is going to want to make changes pretty quickly, and the other person will need a bit more time. There's also, what I'm picking up, one of you is scared of happiness subconsciously. You know, consciously speaking, like, oh my God, how can I be scared of happiness? But people tend to self-sabotage their happiness, and it feels like in one of your systems you are scared and naturally quite resistant of happiness, because then you automatically think something has to be wrong, or it cannot be that good, or what if we're gonna have to split ways? What if it's just gonna be short term? You know what song I remembered by Black Atlas? Let me find it, one sec. If you want to give it a listen. I'm just making sure that that's the exact song. And I'll tell you why this song rang in my head. There's a part in a song, by the way, so the song is by Black Atlas and it's called My Life. And the portion of the song that rang in my head, it says, what if I can never be there? What if I would always hide? What if you were temporary? Right? What is this? What if this happiness is going to be temporary? So give it a listen if you want. It seems like someone does have self-sabotaging tendencies here when it comes to their happiness. And I think in this next chapter of your life, what you're being prepared for is to notice that. Either this is you or this is your partner, a business or romantic partner, who is noticing that, damn, like I tend to self-sabotage. Why do I have so many fears? Why do I think this is going to go sideways? You're going to be discussing quite a lot about the future, what you expect, what you want to create, what you want to build together, why you met even. You have a lot of deep questions for one another. The thing is, the Star card is clarified by the King of Cups. That's exactly what you wished for, your cards are saying. That's exactly what kind of partnership you wished for. And the same goes for them, right? So why are we so terrified that something is going to happen? Let's peek into the future. Let's see. Yeah, this is your subconscious, right? The Moon card. Subconscious. Something that is unclear. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I don't see the future. You have the Page of Wands. There's something that you might potentially create together. Yeah, I think maybe you're going to be discussing about business together, coming up with an idea, or expanding an existing business. Yeah, you two quite busy in the future. So I'm not seeing this partnership ending anytime soon. I don't feel like someone needs to keep constantly what they might be doing as well, building up a wall that is very subconscious, not allowing the happiness in. Yeah, what if I'm gonna be left out in the cold? What if I'm going to be on my own after some time? And see, the Seven of Cups is your imagination, right? Something that daydreaming, something that you're thinking about, but it's not concrete. It hasn't happened. So someone may have even abandonment issues in this group that they will have to work through in this partnership. So this partnership is coming through as a blessing, but as a test at the same time, to look at parts of you that you haven't maybe noticed, or you haven't been able to work through. Make sure that you are patient with yourself and with another whilst on this journey. Yeah, otherwise, if you or them lose temper, it feels like you're going to be thrown off, and then the fight happens, and it's just going to be, I feel like there is not going to be a reason to fight, to the point that some of you may fight. It's like, why is this such a big deal? Why is this such a big deal? What is the foundation of this partnership? Let's see. I don't know why I want to ask this question. What is the foundation of this partnership? What keeps this strong? What is the foundation of this partnership? Love. Pretty straightforward. I know it may sound cliche, right? But the foundation of this partnership is being very open to one another and talking about your emotions. What are your expectations? What hurts you? What lifts you up? Okay, so that you can progress. You can progress, you can grow spiritually, as well as you can have this beautiful partnership together and enjoy one another's company. So this advisor card that we started with, that involves documents, I think this is a partnership that you are signing up for. Now, it could be spiritually speaking, right? Once we decide to spend time with a particular person, we sign an energetic contract with them. It could be a literal contract where you're gonna want to get engaged, you may want to get married. If this is business, this is a very strong business partnership, and you can go very far together. I think you're going to be successful financially. And yeah, your work ethic is going to keep you strong. So I hope this made sense. If you need more content, find me on Patreon, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Bye for now.